I'm such a winner, I win again. Some think I'm a Viking or maybe a wizard. I feel like I'm both when I'm in the ring. Victory brings serenity. I give him a 3-piece, that's for the 3P, and then I leave with the Trinity. True baller got all the amenities. All the others just wanna be mini-me's. Haters mad when they...
Happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween!
We are Vikings. We're going to be calling sellers today. It's going to be amazing. Look at that sexy Viking background.
It is.
Look at that makeup. Oh, my goodness. Cassie went all out today.
I don't have a cool helmet. I thought you were going to wear your real helmet back there.
The real helmet is heavy, and it doesn't fit very well. The real helmet, yeah, you got to be a special character to wear that. No, so today we are going to be having a lot of fun. We are actually going to be calling sellers. I'm going to be using Lead Zolo leads today. Calling sellers, and what makes this different is that Cassie is going to be sharing her screen. She's going to be comping and analyzing the deal live for you guys while I'm on the phone with the seller. And whatever she puts on the profit calculator is what I have to get it under contract for. So we're going full king closer comp queen today.
Yeah, baby.
That's what we're doing.
So, I love it.
Happy Halloween to everybody. Hope you guys are ready to have some fun today. Cassie, you got anything before we get started?
I don't.
You ready to do this?
I'm just ready to get to work. I cannot see the comments though.
You cannot see you're not. That sucks. The first one says that you look amazing.
Oh, thanks, Stephanie.
There you go. All right. Do you have the lead sheet pulled up?
I do.
All right. So you see right there, I'm going to highlight it. That'll be the one that I'm calling. Okay.
North Carolina?
No, the one I've highlighted.
Oh. Gotcha. When you're clicked on. Yeah?
Correct.
What's everybody's plans for Halloween?
Hello, James.
Hi, is Sean there?
You called wrong number. This is James.
Oh, you're not the owner of 5820 North Church Avenue?
No, wrong number.
All right, sorry. Bye-bye. Huh. Let me... make sure I actually... Uh-oh. How do we, on our phones, Cassie, how do we look to see what phone number we dialed last?
Oh. You have to go to redial? Nope.
Yep, okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, all right. Very good. It's always good to start off with a refund. Just wanted to make sure I didn't mess that one up.
Oh man, I felt like so weird not being able to see the comments so I could talk to people.
Tyler said, bruh, I can't even. Cassie, you should for real wear that at least weekly.
Right? That's what I said. That's why I was like, we should literally get into character every Friday. Why not? We're gonna need character ideas. Hey, can you move the phone closer to the mic?
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Is that better? I know y'all complain about it. Nothing has changed.
Well, I think you've always needed this, but now I really need to hear every word. It's just some sellers aren't as loud. I don't know
Yeah,
if you can turn the volume up.
it's as high as it goes.
Oh,
Hi, is Francisco there?
is in.
Hey, Francisco, this is RJ Bates calling about your property there on Harwell Road. Looks like you had entered this on my website saying that you're looking to sell that property. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm looking to sell it, see what happens.
All right. How much you looking to get for it?
$1.
And what's that?
It's worth around 850, 860.
850, 860.
That's
Okay.
what it's appraised around there.
All right. Well, what's got you looking to sell?
Yeah, I'm gonna downsize.
Okay. Anything need to be done to the property?
Nah, it's built. It's brand new build, 2023.
Oh, brand new.
Yeah, it's brand new.
Just gonna probably take a wild guess. This is probably not going to be a good fit for me. I'm an investor. Sounds like you want to sell this full retail, like with a realtor, right?
It doesn't matter if they give me a good offer.
Well, I mean, as an investor, we have to find a way to make money. So, I mean, it doesn't sound like there's an opportunity. I mean, it's brand new built. What, a year old? I mean, doesn't sound like that's something that you would want to sell for a discount, right?
Nope, not a big discount. I could give a discount, but not that big of a discount.
what kind of discount you looking to give?
Well, that again,
So what kind of discount you looking to give then?
I don't know. Make me an offer. Come look at it. Make me an offer, and
Well, there's no need for me to come look at it. I mean, it's brand new. I mean, I'm sure you haven't done too much to it. So you said 850. I mean, that's what we're pretty much looking at. That's probably what it's worth if you were to sell with a realtor. Only thing I could do at that price point would be turn around and sell it myself on the market through a realtor. So I'd have to discount for the commissions, closing costs. I mean, it's going to be a pretty significant difference there. I mean, realistically, your best case scenario is just to list it. You know, I mean, that's where you're going to make your money.
okay.
Yeah, I mean, even if I were to say, hey, I only want to make like 10%, I mean, you're talking about that's 85 grand, you know, minus the commissions and all that. So we're talking about something that's starting in the low sevens.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Right. Right. That would be me saying, hey, I only want to make 10%, you know? So, yeah, I mean, realistically, if there's no underlying motivation or anything like that to sell quickly and not on the market, I would just suggest listing with a realtor.
All right, appreciate it.
All right, man. Bye-bye.
He already listed it with the realtor at 790. But
How long ago?
February says it's still active.
Oh, I threw out low sevens. He said no.
Which is, well, I mean, it wasn't a good lead, but in any case, I would have said, you know, you're paying 55 grand off of that. So how are you not in the low sevens already? He was already willing to accept the low sevens.
Randy,
Randy on here?
There's the Viking mug.
Cheers, Mr. Charlton.
Yes. I don't know, Matt. Let's do the math. So far, we're 100%. Hi, is this? I'm probably gonna butcher your name, but is this Saya?
Yeah, who's calling?
My name is RJ Bates. Look like you had filled out a form on my website about selling your property there on Bracken Street. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah, you know what? Can you call me back? I'm on another line.
Sure. When would you like for me to call you back?
About 10
Okay, I'll call you then. Bye bye.
How long did she say?
10 minutes. Danielle, that is absolutely the concept.
You absolutely need to get me where I can see the chat.
Forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
I need to get you what?
Where I can see the chat.
I cannot do anything about that. I cannot change the way that StreamYard functions.
I can normally see it.
Then you probably just haven't clicked on chat comments on the far right side.
It's because you made me go full screen.
Hello, it's Matt.
Hey, Matt, this is RJ Bates. I was reaching out to you about your property there on Indigo Button Place. Looks like you had filled out a form on my website about selling the property. Is that correct?
Yeah, I wanted to see what price you guys were looking at.
Okay. Well, gonna have to figure out a little bit of information about that. Did you have an asking price in mind?
No, my neighbor sold for $1.4 million, so. But actually, I'm waiting for another call right now that I have to take. It's my computer's test calling me right now. So no, like I said, I filled it out. I wanted to see. They said they would, email price. So.
Okay.
But I have to go right now. Thanks.
Imagine having a house that you want to sell for 1.4 million and having the guy on the phone and saying, I have to go talk to my computer guy. You're muted.
I have a feeling that you are not the first person he's spoken to. I mean, he owes quite a bit, but there's room in there. But I mean, if you just put what he thinks it's worth, what he owes, there's a lot there. But I'm thinking what he's trying to say, the neighbor sold for $1.4 million.
That is what he said.
I think his neighbor's house must be bigger than his or better.
Probably. Yes, these are lead Zolos. They're nationwide. And then Caden lead Zolo. Lead Zolo. All right. What a weird start.
I know.
Like weird
Please leave
conversations.
your message for 8.
Call me back. I'm busy.
I want retail, and it's listed for more than I just told you, or for less than I just told you.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach.
Stephanie, you're so funny. You're a certified hater. My baby's sleeping. I would too, girl.
Your call has been forwarded to.
Hair pulling and mug throwing.
Is not a.
Everybody's doing their epic Halloween makeup right now.
Right? Hey, Ron, this is RJ Bates reaching out to you about your property there in Mission Viejo. If you could give me a call back, 817-710-8689. Look like you filled out a form on my website saying that you're looking to sell that property. Thank you.
Please leave me a message at the sound of the tone.
Come on, man.
Why do I have a feeling like thought we were being smart by choosing this time to avoid getting into festivities?
Please leave me a message.
It's all right. We've done deals on Christmas Eve.
Vax. No agents are answering the phone most days. We aren't calling agents.
This is Rance.
Hey, Rance, this is RJ Bates calling about your property there on Woods Drive. Looked like you had filled out a form on my website saying that you're looking to sell that property. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yes.
Awesome. How much were you looking to get for it?
I mean, we redid the bathrooms. So it was my father's. He had dementia, so it had some water damage and stuff. So I'm looking around. I'd like to get around 450 for it. 450, 460 for it.
All right. So it's your father's property, or it's you're now taking care of
Well,
it?
he passed away.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it's and I don't live near it. My brother doesn't. My brother lives out of state, so we're just looking something to move it along.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's just right down the road from me. Actually,
Oh, really?
yeah. We're I'm not sure if you're familiar with DFW or not, but we're over by Eagle Mountain Lake in Fort Worth. So it's probably about a 20-25 minute drive for us.
Oh, that's not too bad. Yeah, I'm not familiar. I mean, I grew up in Irving, and we my parents moved to that house right when I graduated like high school. So I lived there a little bit, but I don't know where Eagle Mountain Lake is in Fort Worth. Not familiar with that area.
Yeah, it's just directly west of Keller. All right. So you said you repaired the water damage. Is it still like need cosmetic updates?
So, well, we did the bathrooms. We had to get the bathrooms in working order. Bathrooms are they look in pretty good shape. The water damage was from his AC return unit, when the pan filled up and it leaked. I mean, the sheetrock, and it hit the sheetrock. It went over the kitchen, the sheetrock, the cabinets. Those have water damage. It's just, his last 6-7 years, he just couldn't take care of the house. So yeah,
got some. It's going to need some more, to be honest with you. All around. But yeah, sheet, cabinet, the kitchen appliances and everything. It's just been sitting in it. He was in the hospital for about 8 months, so it's just kind of been sitting there. We haven't had a lot of time to mess with it. So I wouldn't say it's cosmetic. I mean, I don't think anything's structurally wrong with it. It just needs some love. It's been without love for a while, that's for sure.
Gotcha. Out of curiosity, how did you come up with the price of $450?
So I've had several investors to offers come in around that range. So that's I mean, obviously we want the best we can, but that's been around the range that I've been receiving.
Why didn't you accept any of those offers?
Just entertaining other offers is what I'm doing. Just entertaining to see what's out there, because its location is very unique. It's on a dead end street. It's one of those where you say the neighborhood's going through like a renovation. People are tearing down homes and building new homes. There's a whole new home community directly behind it. They're $1 million homes, $1.9 million homes. So it's definitely in a unique up and coming location, but it's I think the location is probably the big selling point.
Right. So you say you want 450. If I were to say I'll give you 450, what keeps me from just being a part of the entertainment?
What keeps you? I mean,
you said you're entertaining them, so it's like I don't want to say that number. And then it's like, okay, well, let me go call, 5 other people, I mean, I'm in the business of buying houses. That's how I feed my family. So it's like, I just want to know if you guys are ready to make a decision, if that's something y'all want to do, or if this is just like, hey, we're going to shop this around for a while.
So I mean, we're ready to make this decision. We've had about 4 look at it. I mean, I'm not having 20 people look at it. I started with a real estate agent who said, hey, let's list it, right? We need to list it. And I'll get all kinds of people look. We had the neighbors, or all the neighbors have come by and looked at it. I had one come by today, and he's the one saying, hey, I'm going to do 450. Let me bring my wife out. Tomorrow, he wants to bring his wife out tomorrow to show them. He wants to actually renovate it so they can live out there, bring his family out there. So I don't have like 20 or 30 investors coming in, and I've had 4.
Right.
You being the 4th one. So I thought I'd give it a try. So, and what does that entail, right? 450, if that's your offer, what is that, what are the expenses? What are the timelines? What does that look like? That's what I don't have from any of them. I've got offers, but I don't have, I didn't say, okay, what is that timeline? What is your cost? What's my cost? What is that going to look like to really close it out? And what's the timeline look like? So that's why I'm still entertaining offers.
Gotcha. So let me explain how we work, and then you can maybe have a better understanding of our process, and maybe that'll help you a little bit. Whatever offer that I made to you, that's cash. We cover the closing costs. There's no realtor commissions or anything like that. The only thing, is there a mortgage on the property, or is it free and clear?
It's free and clear.
So the only thing that you would pay is if there's a lien on the property for whatever reason, or prorated taxes on the property. Okay. So that would be the only thing that would come out on your end from my offer. So basically anything that you owe on the property comes out of the proceeds. Okay. And then timeline wise, that's one of the benefits with working with us is we actually work on your timeline. Now, obviously we have to pull title, get the title commitment back.
Right.
So the quickest this could probably move would be 3-4 weeks. Okay. But if you're like, hey, I want this as done as quickly as possible, then yeah, I mean we're talking about sometime mid to late November we get this closed. Obviously, you know, we have Thanksgiving that screws it up with people taking time off and not being in the office and whatnot. And that's just third party, you know, title company stuff. That's not really an us problem or a you problem. That's just that's the reality of what we have to work with. We have a close relationship with the title company that we use here in Dallas Fort Worth. It's Fidelity National Title. So if your timeline is you want to move as quickly as possible, then that's what we're looking at is sometime in November.
Okay. No, that makes sense. Yeah, I was thinking about 3 weeks would be feasible, but yeah, makes sense.
Is that something that you guys would want to do is move quickly as possible, or would you need more time for like to clean the property up or something like that?
We've been working on it for about 6-7 months now. That's and it's me and my brother. So we've gone to probate court. We've got all that straightened out. But it's my brother and I that are taking care of, and he lives in Colorado. And we've been talking. Hey, he goes, I need to do a couple more truckloads of stuff. It's just stuff that's in there. Tools. We moved everything in the garage and trying to clean it out. But yeah, we need a couple more weeks to get rid of some stuff, clean some stuff. And what if we left stuff? Like, what if we left some tools or stuff? Some of this stuff's been just hard to get rid of, hard to move around.
Yeah, I don't mind you leaving a little bit, as long as it's within reason, right? I mean, if it's just, it doesn't have to be like swept clean. I mean, obviously, we're investors. We're going to come in and do work to the property, so we never expect that the property is going to be handed over to us in great condition to begin with. So anything that you do is beneficial. And obviously, leaving larger items is more of an issue than anything, like furniture or clothing, but like just small little miscellaneous stuff's not a big deal.
Yeah, we still have an old love seat. Because the trash is out in Keller. Trash is pretty good. We left the couch out there and they came picked it up. We've left a mattress out there and they came picked it up. So we've left a sofa in there just so we can sit down when we're working. But we've got a love seat in there, and then I'll have to look. I don't remember what else, but mainly it's been the toolboxes. We've got tons of tools that my father had. We've tried giving away, selling them, and it's been hard to move. I can't keep everything, but I'll have to take a look. But yeah, within that time frame, we would spend some time. Yeah, we still have some time. Just letting you know, we have some time. It's a vacant property. We just have some of the things we need to finish cleaning up, like photo albums, the pictures and stuff. We've got those boxed up. I need to take those out. So that's what we're looking at.
Gotcha. And then, so you're pretty much at the position right now where like you want to make a decision pretty quickly on who you're going to sell the property to.
Yeah, that's right. Because we're like I said, we can't be close to it. My father's been in the hospital for 8 months, and we've been talking about it and working on. I mean, me personally, because my brother, he's having to come around. He's a difference, but for me personally, I am, because it's closing out more stuff. He left his estate in a mess, and I'm trying to get everything closed out, get stuff out of his name. If the offer's pretty good, I can talk to my brother, and which I have been. We'd be able to move, pretty quickly on it.
All right. I think I'm pretty close to determining what I can do here.
There's a lockbox. One of the agents put a lockbox on it, so there's a key to it. It's a combo box. And like I said, the first agent we talked to, he's a neighbor, and we had a key out there, and he's like, "Oh, I'll just put a lockbox." Now I haven't signed anything with him. In fact, I told him, I said, I'm probably going to be looking at a different direction, because what he was offering and everything, he was one of our lowest offers. So, but there is if you need to get inside, there's a combo lock there. It's, obviously I have to lock it back up and put the key back in there.
The realtor that said that they wanted to list the property, what did they suggest listing it for in its current condition?
He was doing like $385 current condition.
Gotcha.
But so and that's what where another investor. So he showed me comp, which is hard, and then I talked to another investor, a local investor, there, and he was showing me different comps because you got to, the comps that they were pulling up for yours didn't really make sense. Right? You can't pull a new comp. And he was like, "Oh, look at this $1.2 million home, and it's on, whatever, 2.4 acres." He showed me comps that several of them that showed him that rehabs, right? He showed me a couple of rehabs that he did in June. Because these are more closer to what you want to comp it at. He goes, realtors sometimes they just pick, or they'll do like a 10-mile radius or something. But there was a couple within a mile or two, this guy said. So that's where this realtor, like I didn't even understand his comps and what he was trying to do. I think he was, I don't know. I think he was just pulling a number. He didn't really know anything.
Well, I would assume if you had listed it at 385, the goal there would be to try to generate multiple offers and create somewhat of a bidding war, right? Is that kind of the thought process?
Well, and that's what he was saying. He goes, we can go nationwide with investors. We can get a lot of them. Like he wanted multiple investors. And then when I said, well, I would want to, I said, honestly, if I would list it, I'd list it at 450. He's like, okay, I'll write it. Let's list it, let's list it at 450. I'm like, well, hang on. I don't want to write it up. I don't want a lot of people parading through there. I don't have, we don't have some stuff secured in there. Like, it's like I said, sitting around.
Right.
Nothing of value, but we still have, like, there's some furniture that's, there's a dresser that he wants to buy. Oh, I think she'd come and buy it. Never mind. That might be gone. But there was some stuff in there that people wanted. Some of our neighbors wanted to buy. The garage is full of, like, dishes. We pulled all the dishes out of the cabinets, and we were trying to sell those. So we need to box those up. So it's got some, it's a couple of days with a little bit.
Right.
My brother and I are going to meet up. I think we're going to try to be out there next week and meet up. And yeah, it's a long process. It's taken us a long time. I'm sure you hear that from folks. It takes a long time to get through everything.
Well, I'm currently experiencing it myself. I mean, my grandmother passed away and she owned 2 properties. And even though this is what I do for a living, I mean, it's completely different. I mean, we buy the properties once they're already like the belongings have been taken out of them, right? Or if we do buy it and they leave the belongings, it's just, okay, we're hauling it off. It's just trash, This is a completely different world when it's like you're going through it and there's certain family members that want, certain, family heirlooms and things like that, and the pictures and all of that stuff. So it just, I totally get it. It takes time. I do have a question. You said the neighbor came by and he offered 450. Was that cash or was that going to be like a financed loan?
No, it's a cash. He's a home builder.
Gotcha.
He's a local home builder. Well, I say neighbor. I think he lives he probably lives 5 miles away or something. He's not like a next door neighbor, but he called me this morning and he was like, he's asking the same questions you are. He's like, man, I started building a home for my family. He's got 3 boys, and he said, but I like this neighborhood better. He goes, I want a neighborhood where my boys can go outside and I just don't have to worry about them. He goes, and I'm not getting it at the property I buy. He goes, I have to bring my wife over. And he called me like at 10:30. He goes, let me bring my wife over Friday because we were looking for this neighborhood. And I just told him the same thing. I'd like to get 450 for it, or the best we can. And he's like, well, I'll give you a call. But I found him through my brother works with his stepfather or something like that. It's one of those in the family. And
right.
And he came to the garage sale, but at the time he didn't talk about the house. And I just said, hey, we're interested in selling. So he's looking at it. So that's, he's a builder. It would be a cash offer. That's my assumption. It's not listed on MLS. I really don't want to list it on MLS, and I don't want to hear. I just don't want to get that much work on it because that's a lot of effort when you list on MLS and stuff.
Right. So I'm thinking. I don't think I'm going to be able to get to 450.
Okay.
I think I'm going to be a little bit less than that. That's why I was asking. Because if it is like an owner occupant situation, that makes sense as to why he would be willing to pay that, you know. I think I can be fairly competitive and then just, you know, allow you and your brother to then make a decision on, you know, who you feel most comfortable and who you think is going to actually come through and get the deal done and on y'all's time frame. I do think I need to be probably closer to like 420.
Okay.
But like I said, that's a net number to you, right? The only thing that's coming out of the proceeds would be the prorated taxes and if there's any just liens on the property or anything like that.
Right. Okay, no, that's fair. I mean, that's, I guess, I filled out the form and inquired about it just to see. And it also makes it, you know, because it's hard, right? You hear different numbers. It also solidifies what really is. I mean, that's truly what is the market value, what we're looking at. So.
Yeah. So, I mean, from my perspective, what I'm seeing is that, and you've probably heard this already, but there's a house on Melissa Drive and there's a house on Treehouse Lane, similar year built, similar square footage. Both were rehabbed, sold at $625.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the one the other investor was telling me here's a 625 one. Yeah.
Right.
That's what he was.
So for us, we just reverse engineer from that and we say 625,000 is what the house could be worth if once we fix it up, and then it's just mathematical equation from that point. So we say 625. We've got the closing costs when we buy it, the closing costs when we sell it, the realtor commissions when we sell it, and the holding cost, and then minus our rehab, and then minus our profit. And that normally that's going to put us somewhere in the range of like 10% profit. So it gives us a little bit of margin of error, but not a significant amount. So it's like,
right.
I'm not trying to poke you in the eyeball or anything like that, but that 30,000 does move the needle pretty significantly. That's why I was asking, like, if this is another investor being, you know, the desire to be an owner occupant, yeah, that makes sense. You know, if I were looking to buy a house in Keller, I'd probably be a lot more aggressive and be like, well, I don't need to make profit. You know, I want to live in it, you know. From my perspective, this is, you know, we've got to protect ourselves. This is how we take care of our families. So
you're right, because that's what he's saying. He's like, I need to add like 1,000 square foot. I can map that. I mean, he's planning to, buy it and you know, fix it up for himself. Or that's what he was telling me. Well, you know, if he does it or not, it's a different story.
Right.
That's where the conversation was going on with him this morning, and that's why he had such an interest in it. So yeah, you're right. He is going to be a little bit more aggressive because he's got a lot more at stake for it. So okay.
I mean, I'll tell you this before you make a decision. I don't know what's your plan. Talk to your brother or meet with him on Friday. What's kind of your plan moving forward?
Right now is he's supposed to call me back. He's like you said, he's going to take his wife out there in the morning. They're going to discuss it. Because he's like, she would love this neighborhood. Dead end street. It's very, you know, everybody's on an acre lot. He likes the privacy and stuff. He wants to talk to her. She might come back and say, that's my fear. That's why I'm getting some other options. She might come back and say, well, no, I don't really like the house. I don't like the whatever. I don't like the neighbor looking at me funny. I don't know. So that's what we kind of left. He's supposed to let me know in the morning. He's real interested, but obviously he has to let his wife, you know, get her buy-in. That's what we left it. So he's supposed to let me know tomorrow.
Gotcha. So how about this? Before you make a decision, this is my office phone number.
Is it 10-689?
8689. Yeah.
Okay, so it's not a cell number?
No, this is a landline to my office.
Okay, and your first name again was?
RJ Bates.
RJ Bates?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You know, reach out to me because I will tell you, my partner said we share an office. She's shaking her head at me and telling me I should have told you 450. Although I will say she loves Keller.
Oh yeah.
So
I flipped 2 homes here in Austin. I almost was going to do it, but it's just it would be hard for me to do it remotely. It would be, and then it would be definitely be a labor of love. So it's too far. It's too far for me to kind of manage and actually I like to get my hands dirty on stuff anyway. So it'd be too much. It'd be just too much for me going on. So
right.
My girlfriend's like, oh, I brought her out. She goes, I'd love to live down the street. Well, how long would it take you to like clean it up? It's like, well, it's going to take some time.
Right.
And then it's going to be expensive, right? We can, if you want to live in it, right, you're going to design it a lot differently. You're going to sell it and stuff. You're going to put more money into it because she doesn't know anything about it. Like it probably take me 10 months or something if I wanted to do it myself, because I do the same thing. I'd expand down on the back of the house and stuff.
Well, I can tell you this as someone who has flipped multiple houses in Austin and San Antonio from Fort Worth. Trust your gut on this one. Don't do it. They didn't work out very well because yes, you're right. It's a hassle, man. And there's so many times that I just had to unnecessarily like drive down to San Antonio or Austin to check on the property, make sure that the contractors did what they said they were going to do. The
hardest part is relying, like I have a framer, and I only lived. I lived in one house, and I bought the neighbor's house because the neighbor, it was on 4 acres. I loved it. It was on 4 acres. It had 2 houses out there, but they were kind of like my father. They really needed some love. You had to. I took them down to the studs, and I raised all the ceilings. I had 3 framers I had to get rid of because I'd be like, okay, they'd be like, okay, we're done with the framing. I go in, and one room didn't have a roof or a ceiling on it, and well, what happened here? Oh, they forgot to do that. Like it's just little things like that you're not paying attention, and the sheetrock guys would come in and leave a big hole. So I just can't do that. It spent a lot of time messing with it. Or I'd have to hire the neighbor to be hands on. I haven't had the second thoughts about it because it killed me. I did it. It took me 18 months, and I was there every weekend. I was doing it every while working a full-time job, but I was only 2 streets down, so it was nice. But
right.
I wouldn't do it again if there's distance because you're there all the time, and nothing like saying, "Hey, we need supplies." I'm writing them a check. Then come find out they didn't buy the supplies, and they have to find the supplies and try to get the money back. Sometimes it's a hassle working with some of those guys. I didn't really know.
Yeah, I mean, I will say everything that you just said, I have lived time and time again. It's tough stuff, man. Man, I don't know. I feel like I wish there was a way. You seem awesome. You seem like someone that I'd love to be able to do a deal with. But I also know your position where you're like, man, I just met someone or talked to someone today that said a higher number.
Yeah, like I said, I'll text him tomorrow. I'll let you know. Like I said, his wife might come back and say, I don't like the place at all. But he said whether it's for me or he wanted it also to. He builds big homes. They're taking a while to sell, so he's looking for something that he could turn around and flip quickly. But I will, if I hear from him, I'll just let you know what he said, and then we can go from there. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely let me know one way or another because if it ends up being one of those things where, we're a couple of $1,000s off or something like that, I don't want to miss out on the opportunity just because of that. So, yeah, let me know tomorrow. And if I don't hear from you, I'll probably give you a shout in the afternoon and just see where we're at and see if we can figure something out. Okay.
Yeah. The neighborhood is what everybody loves. The neighborhood.
Oh yeah. I mean, I've done a deal on Spanish Trail, just like a quarter mile to the east of this property. I I've owned, actually, my first ever house was just down the road in Summerfields. So in the Keller School District. So
Oh yeah, Summerfield. Yeah.
yeah.
Wow. I just down the road.
Yeah, that was my first ever home, man. I worked 8 years at Pizza Hut, and I became a general manager, and guy from corporate came in and said, "You're nothing but an overglorified shift manager. We should have never promoted you." And I quit on the spot, cashed in my 401k, went and bought a house, and my family thought I was going through a midlife crisis at like 27. And it was the best decision I ever made because it was my first real estate deal. And now here I am. For the past decade, I've been doing real estate investing. And it's what I love. So, yeah, man, I've got a soft spot in my heart for this. Like I said, my partner's sitting over here. She's shaking her head. She's telling me I should just tell you 450 and tell the other guy to go kick rocks. But I don't know, man. I don't want to put you in a tough spot with that guy either. I'm sure you had a good conversation with him, and it sounds like you kind of want to respect that conversation. So I don't want to impose too much on that.
Like my brother works with his stepfather.
Yeah.
And he came over, like we were having a garage sale. He came over and the guy was really checking out the house. I mean, you're right. I don't want to do that. But like I said, he could come back and say, "Hey, my wife hates it," and I'll definitely call you back and see where we go from there. But like I said, I just was trying to see another, because he wasn't definitely saying, "Hey, I want." He did say, "Hey, I want it. I just want to see what her input is," which is the right thing to do when you're married, right?
Yeah.
Everybody agrees. That's where we kind of left it. So he threw a number out there, but he said, "Let me get my wife to look at it." How quickly you're looking, and I told him the same story. That will appease my brother, because my brother's like, "Hey, talk to him." My brother's not very talkative, and you talk to him and figure it out. So I'm appeasing my brother, just talking to that guy. And I had another investor that I'm saying, they're all saying the same thing. "Hey, before you pull the trigger, let us know."
Right.
I mean, I'm not having bidding war. It's just, I'm trying to get it. I'm just trying to make sure I do the best decisions, and my brother's relying on me and he's going to do it. I'll tell him. It's just, I need to say, "Hey, these offers, and here's where it was. This is what, just like anything else, I have to kind of push him along. And this is what we're doing." But he said he wants some more time, I think next week, to clean some stuff out. So whatever we're doing, we kind of need time to clean stuff out. We have a truck. There's a truck sitting in the garage. I'm going Monday to get the truck and tie it to my name to see if I can start moving that truck out of there. There's some stuff we've got. There's some still work we're going to do, but I wanted to get the ball rolling on this. But yeah, it would take a few 4 weeks to get it taken care of. So I do appreciate your time. If you don't hear from me tomorrow morning, reach out to the number you see there, your cell phone.
All right, Rance. Well, I appreciate your time, man. And I would say you can rest easy on this Halloween, because it sounds like one way or another the property's going to be sold. So,
yeah.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate your time, and we'll talk tomorrow, okay?
Sounds good.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, that was a very unique conversation because of the situation there with the brother's cousin, co-worker, whatever it was. Normally, I would be more aggressive, but I feel like that would have just hindered our chances of being able to get the deal.
Yeah, I felt like you made the right moves there. Let me go ahead and critique the king. I feel like you made the right moves there in that regard. I think the only thing that I would have done a little bit different is say, just establishing a little bit more knowledge, but I feel like that was hard for you to do because I'm pulling MLS comps off screen over here. You know what I mean? And it's like the original houses, when you started looking them up and anywhere over 778 don't look like ours. Even in the 80s, they have a little bit more of a different vibe, whereas this has more of that ranch style vibe, how Keller does. So I felt like even those were a different kind of sales price. but there was everything to substantiate this from 620 to 680, right? And it was just the level of remodel. And so I feel like, one, you want to aim for something that it'll appraise for. Two, you're doing that flip. You don't want to list it as the highest one ever. So I feel like 650 is very reasonable, even though one of them had a pool. It was smaller and not as updated. And so you not having your hands on those, like, just because of this situation, that's why I was just trying to be direct. Like, my number would be 440. And
I feel like I established that though with them. I mean, the fact that I repeated the 625, which is the exact same name that the other investor had told him. I mean, I feel like it established that with them.
No, yeah, you did, but I would have like literally said the words. Well, she's pulling comps on the MLS right here. You know, she kind of has an idea of like what the design would cost in this house, because we did one in Bear Creek.
Listen, I understand it's all on screen, okay, but I cannot give our competitors the opportunity to snip me saying that my finance department or my fake underwriter is underwriting something. I've talked way too much shit in the past to do that.
Your pride. Dog, I would have offered 440 on that. Like right then and there, I would have told him, I'm absolutely your buyer. And I understand you have this other situation right there. And I want to respect, just like you did. But I would have established, like, you normally do this. So I was expecting it. So that might be my problem. You would normally say, I want to respect that situation, but you need to make me a deal that if you're going to sell it to anybody but him, it's going to be me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just that one little extra added, like.
Oh, dude, that's done deal. Nah, he ain't selling anybody else.
Oh, he was real cool. I was trying to like type in the thing because I can't figure out how to type in the chat, but I can read them at least now. I was trying to figure out how to type in it. I was like, yeah, you did a great job on the call, obviously, but you know, I could see where people would be coming in offering 420. I could see where people would also be coming in and offering higher. You know, probably making a mistake, but
we'll see. Let's call this one back that said she was busy. This feels like it's going to be an absolute banger.
Were you able to see my private chat?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Hi, this is RJ Bates. I was the one that called you a couple minutes ago about your property there on Bracken Street.
Right. Yeah. You responding to it because I answered some questions on the internet.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so all I want is an estimate, a rough estimate of what your offer would be, because that's all I'm taking right now. I'm not in a hurry to sell.
Okay, so you're not actually selling the property right now?
Not today. I'm just taking offers. I don't know why people have a problem with that. They advertise they want to give you an offer, but when you try to get one, it's like pulling teeth.
Well, I only want to give offers because, I mean, it's like real money. So I only want to give offers on houses that I can actually buy. I don't want you calling me like, 5 months from now and saying, hey, you made me an offer. I'm wanting to accept it now because a lot of things can change. I mean, we have an election next week. Who knows? Oh, see you later. Told you.
Yeah, I just want everybody to work for me for free, and I don't understand why they won't.
It was a banger after banger. I knew it. Oh, I got a loose string. Got a loose feather.
It's because it was Cali. Sorry, Cali people. Sorry. I'm not allowed to say stuff like that, am I? Don't cancel me. I love a lot of people from Cali. Randy being one of them.
Ma'am,
Randy, who got me this mug.
But Everything's going to be good if my candidate wins, but everything's going to go to shit if yours wins. So
Who?
I was talking to the California lady.
Oh. See, I love Stephanie too, and she's from Cali. There's a lot of actual really cool people that I love from California. And I always ask them, and I'm like, how do you do it? Like, because that would, like there's just some places where like they just do what seems to me to be bananas. And I'm just like, what they charge people in taxes in California. Like, how do you live with that? And they all agree with me. So
I don't know where you went, but your audio just stopped.
dude, people keep telling me that. Like, my mic is messed up. I think I need a new mic.
You just got a new mic.
I know.
Calm down. All right.
Maybe it's
I got to close
with-
more deals just to keep up with your mic buying. I mean, you've had more microphones than I've had in 7 years.
Bull crap. I've had one ever. I've bought one. This one. All the other ones were, well, Titus did break the one.
How do you say this? Cappuccini?
Hold on. I got to find you.
Hi, I'm probably going to butcher the name. Is this Cappuccini?
Yes,
Did I get it right?
yes, you did.
Ha! I'm winning at life. This is RJ Bates. I was calling about your property there on Broadland Way. Looked like you had filled out a form on my website saying that you're looking to sell that property. Is that correct?
Correct.
Awesome. How much were you looking to get for it?
460.
460. All right. Well, tell me a little bit about what you got going on there.
I just need to move out, and I don't want to deal with tenants and those kind of things. I just want to sell the house.
Gotcha. What's the condition of the property like?
I just painted the walls because I thought that I was going to like have, get it ready to rent out. I have a wood floor in the living room on the first floor. I added a stone wall. Everything works fine. Appliances, everything, nothing broken. Roof is good. HVAC service every 6 months. But there are just two areas in two of the bedrooms where the dog, the little puppy, when he was left in the room, you know how they scratch at the door to try to get out in the carpet. So he kind of like lifted the carpet in those two areas. And that's it. But the doors, everything has been painted. Like I said, all the rooms. So just those two areas on the carpet.
Gotcha. What's the time frame that you're looking to do this?
As soon as possible.
Gotcha. So basically, the only thing that I need to worry about is just the little doggy snafu there on the carpet. Did they get the baseboards and the walls, or is that pretty much it?
No, just the carpet. Just the carpet lifted and like some of the string came out. So I was going to someone, like the guy who actually put the carpet in, what he was going to do is just take a patch from the closet to just put right there.
Right.
But I just never got around to it.
One time me and my partner, we went and looked at a house in Fort Worth, Texas. And when we showed up, the person that was showing us the house opened the door and this dog came running out directly at me because I was in the passenger seat, and it was a pit bull. Now, it was a puppy, and I was thinking to myself as I'm watching this pit bull come running up to me like, this is the craziest seller in the world who just lets their pit bull out to run up to a random stranger.
Okay.
Yeah.
First of all, this one
thinks he's a pit bull, but he's not. He has a pit bull attitude, but he's not.
Yeah.
And we don't live in the house. I just moved out.
Oh, you did? Gotcha.
No one lives in the house.
So I asked the lady, I was like, is this your dog? And she said, no, someone had just driven by and thrown the dog out. And she let the dog inside the house to give him some water. And sure enough, we did not buy the house, but we did walk away with a pet dog. So that dog has been with us ever since. He's actually sitting in my office right now. And the first day that he got left in my partner's house by himself, he did the exact same thing. But the problem was, outside of getting the carpet, he also ate half of the door.
Oh, okay.
I've never seen that before. Half the door was missing.
Wow.
It's crazy. Crazy stuff. All right. So you said 460. How'd you come up with 460? Where'd that number come from?
What I know, what the payoff is.
Ah.
Plus, I have a what is this thing called? Like a loan that I need to pay off.
Gotcha.
And that's so it's well below what the house is worth and what the other houses. There are a few other houses in my neighborhood, same house that's for sale, and it's well below what they're asking for.
Okay. Let's see. Hold on 1 second for me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there are a couple that are going like 530. Do you see the 530s? I mean,
Right
realistically, there's no spread, but I think 40.
Yeah, I'm way more comfortable at 490 because there's some that are going like 480 and like lower. And that one has more square footage, like 100 more square feet, no big deal. But they also seem to rent higher. But it's just, it's a listing.
Okay. All right. So I see some of the properties in the area that are going a little bit higher. The problem for me is as an investor, I have to find a way that I could make money. If I were to buy this from you for 460, really the only play that I would have is to turn around and try to sell it. I mean, I would think that unless there's just something time-wise that you need to move this as quickly as possible, listing it with a realtor would be the best play, because I don't know that there's enough of a discount for an investor to come in and buy it and be profitable on it.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if like 460 is what you need because of payoffs and loans and stuff like that.
Right.
I definitely think, I don't think that I would be anywhere close to that unless there's just something, timeline, like I said, that would need to expedite the process for you. I don't see any reason why you would need to sell it to an investor for, cheaper than, or is it as cheap as what an investor needs it for? Does that make sense?
About what? About how much do you think that they would be?
It's going to be pretty significant in comparison to your asking price. Because I think you could get that with a realtor. Is there a reason why you don't want to list it with a realtor?
Well, I just wanted to do it as fast as possible because I know with the realtor it's going to take time.
Yeah, and that makes sense. But with time comes, a fee. So, because from our perspective, it's like not only do we have to buy it, there's closing costs associated when we buy it from you because we cover those closing costs. but then, you know, we would have to do this. Not that there's a whole lot there, but, you know, the few repairs, and then we then have to list it, and then we had to pay those realtor commissions, and then we want to make money. So, I mean, it's going to be a substantial amount, especially if you need to be close. I mean, we're talking about like a lot of money less, like maybe not even starting with a 4.
Oh, okay. No, that's not gonna work.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, and I think the majority of people are going to feel that way. There might be someone that wants to do something creative like an ovation or something like that, but I would suggest, my personal suggestion with you as someone that does this all day, every day, you should just list with the realtor, and you're probably going to be able to get more money and get it done faster than trying to do it with an investor.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So do you think that's a good price to go with? Like,
I think you could get more. I think you could get more if you list it with a realtor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for your help.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.
That was weird because it wasn't the mortgage. She said there was another loan that she needs to pay off, almost like a private loan of some sort.
You didn't realize it. I was gonna say, I would have cut that one straight just because she is quoting what we are showing, and she does owe like about that much. She has a building and construction loan and then her mortgage note. So it's just one of those things that I would have literally just said, say hi, Blue. Say hi. This is not Titus. But yeah, I would have just said we can't lose money as an investor. Like, your only way to clear what you owe is to list it on the market and get your credit.
Randy thinks that moving forward, every Titanium University student should just have you comp their deals while they're on the phone.
That's adorable.
We have a series on the YouTube channel called that.
I charge by the hour.
So seller's email is Papa Cornbread.
I love that.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system for
Technically speaking,
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to
Technically speaking, what? Hey, is Alicia there?
This is she.
Hey, Alicia, this is RJ Bates calling about your property there on Chisholm Trail. Looked like you had filled out a form on my website saying that you're interested in selling that. Is that correct?
Yeah, I just want to get some figures.
Awesome. How much were you looking to get for it?
I'm looking to clear 100.
When you say clear 100, what would be the total number to me?
I mean, I'm not sure, depending on what your deductions are. If we
No deductions. We cover all the closing costs and everything.
we owe like 166 on it.
So you,
And I've gotten other, one other. They say it's between 258 and 285.
that sounds like Open Door. Was it open?
It's not Open Door.
Damn.
Another place.
So you want like 266?
If that'll leave me 100K.
All right. Does anything need to be done to the property, or what's the condition like?
It's good. Just myself. We're empty nesters. We purchased it in 2017. A little over 200. And yeah, that's what we got.
Alrighty.
It was built in 2007, I believe. And it has it's tile, but it looks like hardwood. That's really the only upgrade we've done. I have a storage shed in the backyard, and
So you got rid of all the carpet?
there's still carpet in the bedroom,
Gotcha.
but there is not carpet from the kitchen through the den area, the restroom off of the hall, and through to the washroom. So there's only carpet in the living room, dining room combination, and there is a spot on it that my husband bleached it. But yeah, there's just that one spot, and yes, that's pretty much it.
So the other ones that offered you the 250 to 280.
To them, they just sent that back in an email.
Ah, gotcha.
They're trying to reach me now because I'm talking to you first.
Gotcha.
But that's what they told me, and so that gave me kind of a base. I mean, I know what my husband and I are trying to do. We want to pay off everything and start fresh.
Gotcha. I mean, that feels like a pretty decent offer. Feels like definitely feels like something that you should seriously entertain. Specifically, I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't think I'm going to be anywhere close to that. From an investor standpoint, that makes it super tight, almost to the point where like I think I would lose money if I bought it for that. You don't mind me asking, was it an investor or was it like a hedge fund type company?
I'm not sure. Like I said, I put that in a database last night, and then I put you in to, just checking around, just checking around. So I'm not sure because, like I said, they are calling, but I just got from work, and so,
I gotcha.
And so that was just kind of, they're just trying to hold me there. I'm pretty sure, to talk to me.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I would say if that's something that they would offer you, I mean, I'm real quick. Let me pull up on my calculator here real quick. I mean, I feel like full market value in your neighborhood is like 310. So if they're willing to offer you, 280, and that's like a cash offer, I mean, that seems pretty damn good. But I think you could probably get somewhere close to, that $300,000 number if you were to list. But cash from an investor, I mean, I think it would be pretty significantly lower than
I
that.
was a list, but yeah, there are lots of, people are not buying houses right now. It's not a seller's market any longer. So there are lots of houses in our area. So that's why I was thinking the 100,000 would kind of give me some leverage. As far as, how much I wanted to clear, how much my husband and I wanted to clear.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense for you, but yeah, but like I said, for me, just definitely not something that I can entertain. So I think I'll have to pass on this one. But like I said, I think that other offer, if that's legit, that seems like a pretty good one.
Let me leave that right there. I gotta go get my wallet. Okay.
All right, thank you.
All
All right, bye-bye.
What was the last thing she said?
She's got to go get her wallet. That was really weird. I didn't understand her logic there at the end. Did you?
Oh, I didn't.
1,000 leaves her some leverage.
I think that what like she was saying is, so basically she's saying that she's willing to take less than she thinks the property could sell for on the MLS. She was not understanding that, you know, she's basically saying because she only wanted to clear 100,000 with the house, that she had some power to get it to sell. She's basically just saying she's discounting it, but she doesn't understand that there's costs associated with being an investor, and investors like to profit. You know, a lot of people just don't understand that. They think, you know.
Yeah, that was. Yeah.
Bob Stoker.
Hi, you've reached 432-413.
Whoa. Ghost Rider. Trying to give me. She just came out with the phone number.
Oh, don't get yourself canceled. I wasn't even paying attention. I was just trying to understand what Jay Smith is asking. Will there be a
replay? Yeah, Jay, there will always be a replay. It just exists forever.
Well, he said reply, so I was like, what do you mean? What did we not reply to? He meant replay. We mostly on both of the properties in Texas, I actually pulled them on the MLS, pulled comps on the MLS on the side. We'll use other systems, but traditionally we use PropStream for the most part.
What a nerd. You thought he was saying reply? Like he was
Will
mad.
there be a reply to like something he said previously in the chat that we missed?
No one would say it that way.
Hey.
Will there be a reply?
Watch him having been said that, and you're sitting there making fun of him.
Good morning.
Hi, is Dale there?
Yes, I am.
Hey, Dale. This is RJ Bates. I was calling about your property there on Field Mouse. Like you had spoken to someone on my team about selling that property. Is that correct?
I'm busy doing some other stuff right now. I don't have time. I can't talk right now.
Okay.
You're like a fourth call this morning.
Oh, how much you want for it?
420,000.
420. All right. Does it need work?
Well, no major things, but you come in here and you say, hey, I'm not paying it. I'm not allowed to do the floor.
So I might need to do some flooring.
Yep. But I got to go. Thank you for your call.
Do you want me to call you back or you good?
My wife just walked in the door. We got some stuff we're going to do.
You want me to call you back or you good?
Call back another time. Yeah, call back another time.
Okay, when?
This is a good time of day. Today is not good.
So tomorrow?
Call me early next week.
Next week. All right, very good.
Well, this is already Thursday. Okay, bye.
You ever notice how fucking weird people are from the West Coast?
I couldn't find what property you were on, dog, so I had no idea. I'm like, good morning.
I put it in the chat.
Oh, well, dog, I don't get notifications. Oh,
Just don't understand people.
I wouldn't want to live in Vegas either, though, dude.
I mean, just, bro.
But most people in Vegas aren't.
You're like the fourth person. Don't worry, January 27th's coming to fucking fix your life, snowflake. Jesus Christ. Go get your $25,000 from fucking Miss Harris. Jeez.
Calm down, sir. Calm down.
My wife walked in the door. Fucking nut up, bro. She'll be all right. It's going to take 3.5 minutes.
Maybe he's trying to sell the house without telling her.
That was a funny joke. You interrupted my funny joke.
What'd you say?
Said it's going to take 3.5 minutes. That's 2 minutes longer than you give her every night.
Being a little toxic masculine right now. I like it.
Dude, you said you need to sell your house. Like, it's not going to be like, is it really that important that she walked in? Holy. This dude is whipped.
Well, I was like trying to figure out because you know how it's like, I was like, what property are we on? I heard you say the street, but I couldn't find it. And then I'm like trying to like, what is this guy's motivation? He is not very motivated. Oh my goodness. That was funny. 2.5 minutes. Better than the 2.5. Oh, jeez. RJ is the man. I agree. Long may he reign as Viking King. Viking Wizard King.
Who said that to me? Long may you reign.
I don't know, but it was amazing. And so, like, I can't remember. It was somebody that they brought you this amazing message.
This call, this is the one. Please answer. Hello?
Yes.
Hi, is Mr. Khan there?
Yeah, how can I help you?
Hi, Mr. Khan. This is RJ Bates. I was calling you about your property there on Blackberry Street. You're looking to sell that property, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. How much were you looking to get for it?
Around 35.
25.
35.
35.
Yeah.
I liked it better when I thought you said 25.
Yeah, everyone wishes that.
All right. So I think you told someone on my team earlier today that it needs quite a bit of work, right?
Yes, it is work, definitely.
Okay. Is it a tear down or is it something that can be rehabbed?
It can be rehabbed. Actually, inside the walls and all those things have to be redone. And I don't have time for that right now.
Gotcha. How much do you think, like dollars and cents wise, I would have to put into the property to get it fixed?
Well, if I was doing it, it was not more than 25,000, but I don't have it right now. My manpower is busy as fast. I mean, this is getting some cheap Mexicans.
Gotcha.
They were doing all the job, but things change and other parties take over.
Gotcha. It's like 25, 30,000, something like that.
I don't know if you're subletting it, then it could be a little more. I don't know how you want to handle it.
Right. How did you come up with the asking price of 35,000?
Yeah, because if I have to spend say 5,000 on that, so it will be around total will be around 60,000. And
And the market value will be the finished one right now, I think is going anywhere between 110 to 125. So I have to have some profit. But I'm busy in other commercial properties, so that's why I don't have time right now.
Gotcha. So you're thinking completely fixed up. I'm worth 120, and then I buy it from you for 35. I put 30 into it. I'm all in at 65, and it's worth 120 fixed up.
Correct. We have to have some profit.
Right.
Yeah.
Sounds accurate. Let me see here. The only thing I'm a little bit worried about just looking at this Google Street View, but it's from March of 2022. Have you done any work to it or since 2022?
No, I haven't done any work to it. I didn't get time because I'm busy on some other commercial properties, so which is more lucrative at the moment for me.
It looks pretty rough.
Yeah, it's rough, but again, if it's 100, 120, it's rough there, and usually it brings in rental value also.
Yeah, I'm just more worried about the amount of repairs that we need to do. I agree with the 120. I'm just more.
Yeah, that's why I'm discounting it all the way, because if you have to put some time, some effort, then one has to make some profit. I mean, we don't work for free.
Yeah. Let me see. How many square feet is it?
That's a tough question. I have no idea of the top of my head.
Huh.
Maybe 1100, 1200, not more than that.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
About 1200, so that's why, I said it's really go, according to the area, I will have to go for 120.
1,200 square feet. Okay.
But if a good neighborhood, the same thing could go for 180.
All right. Mr. Khan, I want to do a deal here. However, I don't know that I'm going to be able to get to 35. Do you have any wiggle there?
Yeah, obviously that's my asking price, and then you make the offer, then we negotiate, and in a business negotiation is always there. If not a business, if there is no negotiation.
Think I would think I'm feeling more like 20.
Oh, that's way low. That's way low.
Well, it's very low compared to your price, but I'm more looking at it as what I need to do to it. I mean, based off the picture that I'm looking here. I mean, it's boarded up.
Yeah, I know. I get it because I didn't want all those bumps to get into it.
Roof. I mean, we're talking about siding, paint, doors, windows.
Yeah.
AC. I mean, it's gonna need a lot. I think that's gonna be a lot more than 30. I think we're looking more like 50.
No, I don't think so.
But I'm just looking at it. I mean, line item wise. I mean, when we start doing the math and adding it up, roof, siding, paint, AC, floors, windows, doors, baseboards, cabinets, countertops, appliances. I mean, all that's thousands,
Yeah, of course.
I just don't think that can be done. I mean, because there's so much that has to be done structurally to it. I just don't see how that can be done. I mean, I think you know that. I mean, that's why you're not touching it. You know, I mean, if it was in and out, quick, easy, 25, 30 grand, I mean, you would have sent somebody over there and busted it out, you know?
No, actually, if I had one more house, smaller house there, I was trying to find one, then I could start, to have it economy of scale. Because otherwise, if I'm split between two places, then it takes more of my time.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, so if I could find one more, then, some cheap price, then I would sell it, and I would really, that would be economy of scale, then, and it will not be that much.
Right.
Actually, I had a good Mexican crew, but, they all ran away. They found grass cleaner on the other side.
See, there was a property that was just listed for sale on Nelly for 30,000. So if you were looking at it from the economy of scale, I mean, you could have bought that one for 30.
No, I didn't look. I skipped that. I didn't tell you that.
Yeah. I mean, I think we're in the same boat, I mean, like you said, you want to buy it at a good price. I need to buy it at a good price. It has to be a reasonable price because, I mean, realistically, everything in that house needs to be rehabbed,
Yeah. So if you could, okay.
So, I mean,
can we meet
midway at 25?
Okay. 27 or more likely.
I told you I like that number 25 at the beginning of the conversation. That sounded very enticing to me. $27 sounds like I'd have $2,000 less money to do rehab.
Yeah, but again, look at the potential profits, and you have to look at that. And then even if you want to rent it out, it's the same thing. And this is much better prospect. And because this area never flooded, so that's another advantage. Like in 2016, there were a lot of floods, but it never flooded. So this was a very safe area.
Yeah. I say we do the deal at 25,000 and we both go enjoy our Halloween nights.
Give me a day.
A day?
Yeah, give me a day to think and discuss with my folks.
Who you got to discuss with?
My other counterparts, let me discuss that.
Oh man, I thought we were ready to do this.
No, I'm not ready to do it. Okay, give me about 1 hour.
1 hour?
Yes, sir.
25 minutes.
If you do 27, yeah.
So if I do 27, you'll say yes? Oh. So 27, you don't have to discuss with the counterparts. 25, you do.
Yeah, but
I got kids and I got to go buy all this candy. Have you seen how expensive candy is this year?
yeah, everything is gone expensive actually.
I know. Why do you think everything's so expensive?
Everything has gone up in price. I mean, the milk bottle what you used to buy for under $2, that's now under $3.39. I mean, the apples, for example, I never paid more than $1 a pound. Now they're more than $2 a pound. So, everything has gone up.
I know. You know what else has gone up? Cost of materials. That's why I can only give you 25.
Cost of material, yes. And that's thanks to President, ex-president.
Yeah.
He imposed all the duty on Canadian timber. And so immediately 40% duty, and immediately house prices started shooting up.
Yeah. All right. How about this? Who do you need to call to do this deal at 25?
Okay. Okay, give me a few. Okay, give me 25 minutes. Okay.
25 minutes. That's $1,000 a minute. Just letting you know. All right, I'm gonna call you back in 25 minutes.
Okay.
Hey, but just so you know, if I call you back in 22 minutes, that means my offer is 22,000. Better hope I don't call you in 1 minute. All right, I'll call you back in 25 minutes. Okay.
So if you call me next week, it will be free, you mean?
Yeah. If I call you right back, don't answer. You're definitely not gonna like the offer. All right, Mr. Khan, I'll call you back in a few. Okay. All right. Bye bye.
RJ, can I ask you a question?
What?
I'm at the risk of profiling. he was Asian, correct?
He was Indian.
He was Indian? Okay. When you said Khan, and because like I couldn't hear that well, like he was kind of quiet. I had to turn my volume like way up. And I couldn't tell like what his accent was. And his last name was Khan, and all I could think of was like King Kong episode when he was like talking about the Asian sellers. I'm like, man, you have to send him the recording of this because he was so cool, and I was getting excited because we were going to tell him we found the coolest one. He was really cool.
Yeah, no, I liked him. He was fun.
He was fun.
I knew it was going to be good when the lead came across and he filled out his name as Mr. Kong. That's actually what he put on the form.
Yeah, I liked him. I like the property. I'm a little nervous just with the siding and stuff like that, if any of it's salvageable. But I like it. I mean, I think we're good at 25. I think we're good at you know. I mean, I was toying with the numbers a little bit back and forth. The square footage being precise is kind of one of those things.
Yeah.
So I'd feel comfortable at 25. So I think it's a good offer. And then yeah, I mean, there's going to be comps kind of like all over the place there. But I think we also could sit here and say we have no idea how much this square footage was unless it's on the MLS here. Louisiana is doing like this weird thing sometimes,
Did you change something on the spreadsheet?
What? Oh yeah, I was toying around with numbers. You're good.
No. I'm talking about the leads. Is that a new lead at the bottom, or did you redo the order of the leads?
I didn't touch it, dog. Not on purpose.
I have not spoken to a Karen today. Let's do it.
She spells it cool.
This is Karen. Leave a short.
Hey, Karen. Karen actually wasn't there.
Yeah, I was gonna say that sounded like voicemail to me at first.
It was.
Oh, okay.
She just was so happy.
Thanks, Jenny.
Eric is so funny in the chat.
I know, I'm just starting to go back and read. Danielle, I ain't trying to walk that property. That seller ain't motivated. Or call that property. Is Angel on here still? Was he on here earlier?
Ryan, drop it in the chat.
So if you guys don't know this, many years ago, we started this thing, and it was called the Crucible. It was a boot camp. It was awesome. We got a lot of cool people to come. We would teach them things about the real estate. Hi, Angel. And so a community of them were trying to think of.
The person you're trying to reach is not available.
They were trying to think of what to nickname RJ. You know, some of them would call him Sensei. And then they were like, you know, Sensei just doesn't quite work, you know? And everybody would be like, well, he's a Viking. Look at him, you know? And it's kind of where it started. And then Angel one day said, he's like a wizard. Or I said he's a wizard. And Angel said, you started Sensei? I couldn't remember what it was. Somebody said, I call him a wizard with the closing skills or something. And somebody's like, yeah, like a Viking wizard. And I thought it was you, Angel, actually. And so, and all the Valhalla, the king closers. That's right, baby. And so all these wonderful people, including Randy, I believe Angel brought us a liquor bottle. You can see if RJ moves his big head. But everybody started getting us like awesome Viking stuff. There it is. So our community, our followers, our at the time, you know, I guess students is what we would call. We called them the Crucible Titans. You know, our Titans, and they always send us amazing stuff and bring us all these really cool gifts. And so the Viking part really stuck. As you guys could probably tell from our content, well, RJ and I, we are actually going to get wizard costumes for today. But we did not get our life together in time. So all of that to tell you guys, some of you have seen RJ in that Viking costume, but I got my Viking costume at the same time as his. I did not have to shop for this. So, you know. And I already had all the makeup and I did my own hair. So I didn't really have to spend anything on a Halloween costume. OG Crucible. That's right, buddy.
Mart there.
Yeah, what can I help you with?
Hey, Mart, this is RJ Bates. Scott, about your land over there on East Ridge Circle. Looked like you had spoken to someone on my team. I think it was Monica about selling that. Is that correct?
Selling what?
Some land on East Ridge Circle.
Oh. Sorry. I think it was Ridge Circle.
Yeah, East Ridge.
Or maybe it is. Oh, yeah. I thought it was just Ridge. I'm sorry. Maybe it is on East Ridge.
Huh. Okay. Well, that's how they put it in. But yeah, your land there, it's in Horseshoe Bend, Arkansas, right?
Yep, right.
Okay. Are you still looking to sell that?
Yeah.
Awesome. How much were you looking to get for it?
I told the representative 2,000.
2,000. All right. Man, this is going to be a riveting negotiation. I can feel it already.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have bought it. Because I don't know, I was just looking for something to invest in, but
Right.
might just have to hold on to it till it
What's
works it out.
is it just a small little lot they can have a house built on it? I mean, what's the What were you thinking when you bought it?
Well, I bought a couple of lots in Idaho Falls back in 2017,
Yep.
and everybody was like, "What are you gonna do with it?" And I was like, "Nothing. Just gonna sit on it until it's worth something." It was landlocked, and some Mexican came to me and said, "Hey, I want that land," and I was like, "Okay." And then his real estate agent was telling me it was worth $200,000, and I had paid $2,500 for it, and so we ended up selling it for $20,000, and so I was just basically taking the money that I had made, and I just rolled it into other properties, and I bought some land in California, and that turned out to be a really good investment. Then I bought this land in Arkansas before I bought the property in California, and I kind of wish I would have just bought more land in California.
I gotcha. Well, I mean, all right. So you say it's worth 2,000. Sounds like you're not going to do anything, but you just kind of want to get rid of it. I mean, are you open to like seller financing, or is it only cash only?
Well, I think anybody could get a loan for the land. I mean, not against it, because it's almost impossible to usually have to have 40% down, but
Well, I mean, I could buy it for 2,000. I just was trying to make it more advantageous for both of us. I mean, I'm looking to buy land. I'm always looking to just pick it up. Specifically, it looks like this is pretty like treed in, right? I mean, like I wouldn't have to worry about like mowing it or anything like that, right?
right, yeah.
So I could just like sit on it just like you've been doing. Because that's pretty much, I do the exact same thing you've been doing. What are the property taxes on it?
I think they are
Like $10.
Remember how much they are. In fact, I think when I bought the property,
19.
trying to find out, I didn't end up paying this year's.
Yeah, it's $19.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So the only reason why I asked about the seller finances is just because I always like to pick stuff up, seller finance on vacant land, and then that way I can just pay it off in monthly installments.
Right.
I mean, potentially pay you a little bit more, or I mean, if I need to, I can dive into it a little bit deeper and see if that's what I can do cash wise. Hey, Bross, are you going to comp? Because I'm not comping because I'm waiting on you.
When I bought it for.
Say that again.
I wouldn't be willing to do financing on it. I just
You just
want to just sell it for 2,000 or hold on to it.
gotcha.
For 2,000.
All right, let me see here. What do you think?
What is your exit strategy on this? It's worth like $4,000.
So we have $2,000 equity if we buy it right now.
In Horseshoe Bend, Arkansas, where you can throw a stone and buy a different one. What's the point?
To
No, I don't
own
want to buy
one
this.
in the United States.
Stop
the same
it.
thing that's always been.
No,
Yeah, I'm
no.
buying it right now.
I'm buying a ticket to Iceland, and you can stop
Nick,
yourself.
and someone can ask. You can get mad at me. You
I
can't
hate it
stop
when
me.
you do this. No, I have
Can't-
other things.
Can't
No,
stop me.
I'm
Watch
stopping
me.
you. I will keep talking. I'll say no.
All right, $2,000. That's the best price you got for me.
At this time, yeah.
All right. Seems like it's a fairly reasonable deal. I mean, it's what I'm looking for. Wish you'd finance it. You say you don't want to do that. So let's do the 2,000. How long have you owned it? A couple of years?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we'd have to open title. Do you have a title company that you used on this the first time?
I think what I did is have you heard of warranty deeds?
Yep.
Quit claim deeds?
Yeah, I don't do quick claim deeds. I'll do a warranty deed, but I will not do a quick claim deed.
Okay. So the warranty deeds, aren't they like, well, they're not very much, like $75 or something like that.
Yeah, I just want to be able to open title and be able to see, just verify that there's no other liens on it. That's all.
Right. And I just want to let you know, I have not paid the taxes on it this year. At least I don't remember paying them.
Pretty sure that means we're gonna have to figure out how those $19 are gonna get paid.
Oh, happy to take off. Happy to take off that price for sure.
Gotcha. All right. Let me verify something here real quick. What is your email? No, this is my office, but I can give you my cell phone number and you can text it to that.
I'm happy to give it to you over the phone. All right, thank you.
All right, Mark. Appreciate your time.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
If you would stop doing crap like
Can't
that,
hear
I
you.
would be in Amsterdam with
Can't hear
Sema
you.
and Nick. I said, if you would stop doing crap
Can't
like
hear
that,
you. You have to
I would
unmute
be in-
yourself.
I am unmuted.
You're not unmuted because
I
we can't
am
hear you.
unmuted. Nothing on mine is muted.
We
I
cannot
think
hear you.
You're messing with me right now.
I don't know what to tell you. We cannot hear you. Like, unmute your mic.
My mic is unmuted, bro.
Sorry. Cassie's no longer here with us. She forgot how to use her mic, and I just bought land in Arkansas, even though she said no.
Oh, you
still
are
can't hear
messing
you.
with
I don't
me.
know what to
You
tell
are
you.
messing with me. Matt hears me, and Matt, he just, bro.
No one can hear you.
They can hear me, and you're messing with me, and I'm gonna come in there and get that Viking axe and friggin' cut off the horn.
Oh, wait. My bad. Say it again.
You're so dumb.
Oh,
You're so dumb.
I turned my speakers down because I didn't want to hear you.
Yeah. Oh, you're so funny.
My bad.
If you would stop doing crap like that, I would be in Amsterdam right now with Nick and Sema.
Okay, how are we
want
gonna
that piece
own?
of crap. What is the point?
How are we gonna own 1% of the United States if we don't buy land like that for 50%?
I have no desire to own 1% of the United States.
Well, I do. Let me ask you a question. If we don't spend money, we have to give it to the fucktards in Washington.
I will spend it. I keep telling you, I would be in Amsterdam right now.
That's not a write-off.
On business. Yes, it is.
It's
You know
just
why it's a write-off? Because
That's
they're
called
also
spending, not investing.
dog. They are attending a business conference. in
They
Greece.
are.
I would be doing the same thing.
We're doing way better things.
I would be visiting the land of my people.
Are you Viking or are you Dutch?
Amsterdam is in. I'm Dutch, you dingleberry.
Then why are you dressed up as a Viking?
There's Dutch Vikings.
Fucking poser.
fucking guy who buys stupid lots in residential neighborhoods in freaking Arkansas. I'm gonna make you drive and visit that one.
What is
I'm
your
gonna make
problem with
you JW that.
Arkansas? We like Arkansas.
I know, but I don't want that. I don't want like crappy little 8,000 square foot lot. That we are not getting to 1% of the United States buying freaking 8,000 square foot lots at a time. Give me my 10 acres in Colorado for that. I would have rather you done that. Just go buy another 10 acres in Colorado.
Tori says Dingleberry is insane. Did
We
you
have to
say
be-
that?
Oh, yeah, I called you Dingleberry.
Wait,
well, I'm not actually
hold on.
super mad at him. This is just our banter.
Oh my God, we got to call
More
Mr.
fun.
Khan.
Yeah, it's time. Well, I mean, you give him a few more minutes. You said 25 minutes. Give him a few more minutes. It's only been like 16.
No, it's been 30.
Jenny, that's what I said. I'm gonna make you JW that bitch. I'm gonna make him drive to Arkansas because he did this. He didn't even ask about utilities. It was bought on a quit claim. It's gonna be a waste of our time.
Mr. Khan,
Yes, sir.
what did the powers to be say to my $25,000 offer?
Yeah, I consider your numbers, and I came up with my own math. That suppose the cost of funding for the year at 6% is about 1,500. Taxes 300, and then insurance about 700 because I don't pay full insurance. I take all these certain insurance. So if I wait for a year and make 27, I'm not achieving much. On the other hand, I can make you an offer.
Oh, you're making me an offer.
Yes, sir.
Ooh.
You start building on this one. Don't pay me right now. Once your house is ready, you sell it and then share the profit. Say maybe I take 25% in addition to this 25. You are not investing anything right now except the cost of construction. So I'm making money. You are making money. Both of us making money.
Some might call this like a reverse novation. We could call it like the reverse subnovation. We could get rich off of this. We could go on all the podcasts and we could tell everybody. They would pay us tens of thousands of dollars for coming up with a new strategy of just using the same thing that everybody has always done, and we'll call it reverse subnovating. This is amazing. You just came up with $1 billion idea. You know what we'll do? We'll sell hats, not with peace signs, but with a thumb sign. Thumbs up. And we'll call it reverse subnovating. I like your idea. However, what happened to my $25,000 offer? Why didn't you like that?
Okay, when can we go ahead with that?
I want to send you a contract right now.
Okay.
All right. I need your email. Hold on one second. What?
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Khan.
Who is the closing attorney you use here? Or you use?
I have a transaction coordinator on my team that They know that. It'll be on the contract, so I'll make sure that we put it on there. I don't know off the top of my head.
I usually use surface title.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Khan. Bye-bye. Boom.
So he offered you seller, or he offered you to novate because he wants to split the profit.
Yeah.
I just didn't hear the numbers, so I couldn't put them in for you.
What he said is I have an offer for you. He said, how about you just go, you don't pay me, you start doing the work, and then you sell it, and then I'll take 45% of the profits plus my 25. So he was basically saying, you don't have to give me the 25 now. And because don't give me 25 now, I want 45% of the profit.
Yeah, that's too steep.
Yeah.
Too steep.
So I made a joke, made him laugh, and then just said, I'm going to give you 25,000. And he said, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. It was a good, hey, shooter shot, Mr. Kong. Man,
I mean,
I love this episode.
I'm just going to say that I think that might have been the greatest closing line of all time.
I told you, I really like that seller. I really liked the guy in Keller. For how this episode actually started, and look, take note, it's always past like 222. Before 222, I don't know what time you called the guy in Keller, but when we start stuff like this at 1 on any day, we seem to have like that it always kind of starts out kind of weird, kind of witchy sellers. I've already said the F word on this episode, haven't I? Crap. Anyways, well, kind of witchy sellers. And then we just end up getting.
Some might say that the last hour was the witching hour, where wins become losses and losses become wins. Just like every 2 p.m. every Sunday on NFL Red Zone. That's what they call it.
Mm-hmm.
It's the witching hour.
Mm-hmm.
Deal. That was Mr. Khan. No G. Khan. So we've got the offer in Keller that's calling us back tomorrow after the friend of the friend who made the offer walks in tomorrow with his wife to be an owner occupant. We got the $2,000 lot in Arkansas that Cassie is ecstatic about. I can't wait to see what Nick and Sema feel about that once we own that.
Don't worry. I already told them to shut you down.
And then we got Mr. Khan at 25,000, started at 35, came down to 25. And Mr. Khan came up with the greatest idea of all time, the reverse sub novate.
Yeah. I will actually buy the house in Keller, though. We could close on that one ourselves.
Do you not want to do the reverse sub novate?
I don't. I don't want to go to Louisiana.
It actually sounds as stupid as some of these other ideas that we hear floating around in this.
You're hilarious though, dude. Like you get away with saying everything. Like legitimately, I say something, I could be like saying something like super nice and super sweet and someone will get upset. But RJ says the damnedest things because I wish I was born with like a 10th. I mean, I know a lot of people love me. I mean, what's not to love? But people are so much like he could say the craziest shit to someone and they're never sensitive.
Let me ask you a question. When you look at this, do you not want to just, take it? I mean, you don't want to cross paths with a Viking. And when a Viking says something, you're just kind of like, yep,
Actually, people always tell me like it's because I'm intimidating. I don't think I'm that intimidating.
I mean, ask the French how they feel about the Vikings. I mean, we just went year after year after year and just stole their shit.
True.
We just beat up on those little French bastards.
Reverse flipping is the new strategy.
Oh, bro. Legit.
That's not reverse flipping though, dog. You actually
Reverse
need to
flipping has been around for
ever. Literally, agents do that stuff and have for forever.
It's not
Not
it's
a
not
new
a new
concept.
thing. Just so everybody knows.
We should you know what, RJ? I see where we went wrong in life, and we could have been bajillionaires like in year one. We could have just started nicknaming stuff.
We should call it Viking wholesaling.
Viking wholesaling.
You don't ask, you fucking tell, and you take.
You know this funny thing? I saw this thing where I was reading, like, I can't remember what it was. I think it was on a Facebook post, and like they were talking about it, and they're like, yeah, blah 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 blah. This is why, people, you shouldn't pay gurus because somebody got scammed, right? All in all, like I was watching other people with courses go on there. This is why I guarantee you a return and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, I wanted so bad to be like, and this is why you should never give that person your money, because if they do that, they clearly don't know what the hell they're doing. You cannot guarantee people a return.
It's actually illegal with the FTC.
It's illegal, literally. Like they haven't done their homework and their course is going down.
You legitimately cannot do that.
There's literally people who are going down for getting, I saw the other day, buying followers for the same reason, for misleading the, you cannot mislead the people. Oh, goodness gracious. But
what are all my friends going to do?
They would not come after us for saying Viking flipping.
Danielle, I do. I want you to sell her financing.
Actually, Texoma, dude, Danielle, don't get me emotional because I've gone to Texoma a lot with my daddy going fishing on that lake, and I actually want to look at it, but you need to still email me the one in Arizona. I haven't got your email, girl.
Andrew, call them out. Easy.
Stop.
Steve Trang.
Stop.
You
Stop.
communist motherfucker.
Stop.
Chris Jefferson, you piece of shit. You funded Steve Trang because his broke ass never wholesaled anything. So he couldn't even afford to get these regulations passed. So you had to go to Sugar Daddy CJ to get it done. I got it on camera. Chris Jefferson said he funded it. Why do you think? The first state that came out with the major regulations, CJ's backyard, Virginia. What was the second one? Where he was born, South Carolina.
Oh, he was? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't remember that.
First two states that came out and officially just banned wholesaling. Land of Chris Jefferson. Funded by the bank of Charged Up University. All these people went out and gave Chris money so you could show you how to do hands-free wholesaling, aka JVing. Okay. Also been around for fucking forever. Joint ventures. Okay. There you go. Ruined it. That's what hands-free wholesaling is. Yep. So he took all y'all's money to teach y'all how to do a JV and then gave it to the communists, Steve Trang, and he went out and he banned wholesaling. So now he can teach his new little guru program called the installment method, which also has been around since the days of original Vikings.
The days of old. Listen, dog. We love Chris and we love CJ and Steve.
You do. Fuck
you do
guys.
Too. Bro, you're bromance. You'll be talking to them more than you talk to me.
I only talk to him because I'm trying to save wholesaling.
Liar.
Anybody seen Eric Brewer in the past year?
Dude, seriously, what happened to Eric?
I'll tell you exactly what happened. He's trying to get the shit banned in Pennsylvania. So you have to do novations. Also, the other thing that's been around since the fucking dawn of time.
The Viking Age. Hey,
So-
man, you can't be mad at them for talking about something. They never claimed to recreate it. They're giving the people what they want.
Chris Jefferson didn't create hands-free wholesaling.
He
Clearly,
named
you have not talked to him recently.
it. Seriously. I
What
talked to
other
him.
gurus are buying followers, brother?
Oh,
Let me
dude.
tell you something, okay?
You can go look if they have
a
million followers and 1 like on every post, they bought.
Let's just go to Instagram real quick.
Bro, don't actually call anybody out like not in jest.
What?
We don't do that. That's rude.
If you have 107,000 followers, just a random specific number, and you get 5 likes on your post,
specific.
I mean, you might
have bought followers.
If you have 107,000 followers and you might be getting 5 likes on your posts, either one, you became extremely unlikable at some point in time, or you might have swiped your card to get some airline points and some followers.
X. And
your account is at 110,000 followers one day, and then miraculously the next it's 76,000. You might have bought those followers, and Instagram caught you. I'm not saying anybody in particular. They might have an obsession with an animal. And me. Just saying. Those would just be the first 2 that would come to mind.
You want to know what's actually really funny, Trust? We've actually done that. Well, I say we. RJ's actually done that.
Stephanie,
I don't know that I would go that far.
You got to be smart. You got to buy the followers and the likes.
So funny. No, what's actually funny is like I know for a fact there are people who did that before they had like an education program because they were just like they were literally thinking I need to, build up, my social media, blah, 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 blah. They come out with some kind of product, not necessarily education, but product later, and they're going to get hit by the FTC.
Yeah.
Or have to shut down their social media accounts and start new ones.
I mean, if you really want to know who's like actually got a following, just come do sales for Titanium University for like a week. Because you'll know. Let me tell you, there's very few people that are actually out there like that have a following. I mean, Pace is legit. Like everybody knows Pace Morby. Like he is like sub 2 is out there. People know him. From there's a significant cliff down to everyone else. Everyone else is looking up at the mountaintop and Mr. Sub 2. He has done a great job of building his brand. Everybody knows him. Even people that want to learn wholesaling, and then it's like he doesn't teach wholesaling. So he's done a great job. Pretty much everybody else, I would say, there's a certain level of fakeness to it. Maybe it's inside of their maybe all of their followers are their finance department. And they're underwriters, and they're just busy underwriting all their deals. Who knows? That being said, I'm going to end this before I get in trouble. I'm sure it's already been sent, but realistically, I meant everything I said, especially about you, Steve. Really don't like you. You can lose my number.
Stop it. Stop it. No, Steve is my BFF. He's not actually my BFF.
He won't even hug you.
He does hug me. I mean, I know he loves me because I'm one of the only people on the planet he'll hug.
All right. People, we love you. Tomorrow, Between Two Belts with Mr. Gene Blinkhoff for Speed to Lead. I will let you know it is an absolute banger of an episode. You guys have to tune in. If you've ever wanted to see me do just pure shit talking of everyone in the industry, go watch Between Two Belts.
He is a hilarious guy. It's very funny, but it's censored.
Happy Halloween.